Hello. Okay, so we're recording now for everyone that couldn't make it. So there's 20 of you here, and I just said before that there's 99. I think there's probably more now because we had some more people overnight join. So there's approximately, 100 women from Papua New Guinea right now who are paid members of Woohoo. We've got 5 million women in total to reach, so we've got a long way to go. But it's very exciting to have you all here already. And I am going to show all the names on the screen so everyone can see. Does anyone want to butt in while I don't stop talking and ask a question? I promise I'll put my mouth. I'm not talking. Oh, good, get through it. Good, good, good.
Hi, Christy. Nice to talk to you.
Hello.
It's just a general question. I just want to know, when did all of these Woohoo clubs start? Like what year?
We started in May of 2024.
Oh, okay. So it's still very young.
Very young, and we had a different Facebook group before, and then that's, I won't go into that, but we have that now back again, but that's about 22,000 members. And then we started the system IO so that we could make it all online. Yeah. And then we have the new group, which is you know, what you guys know. So yeah, it hasn't been very long. Actually, it hasn't even been 1 year yet. So yes, it's very early days. So you've got a whole market.
Okay,
When
thank
did you
you.
start,
That's
Gertrude? When did
my
you start?
question.
When did you start? Sorry.
I just started last week. Actually Wednesday.
Oh, exciting. Okay. And tell me, Gertrude, have you done any other things before?
Yes, I did. I actually had the Legacy Builder. I was one of the ones that did the Legacy Builder, if you heard of it.
Yep, sure have.
Yeah.
I love
That's
Legacy
the only
Builder.
one.
And how long did you do Legacy Builder for? You still have it because you don't not have it, but yeah.
I still have it. I started July last year.
July last year. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And
And why
how,
I find this very doable, because with Legacy Builder, it took me time to build the momentum to get the perfect customers for me. But for Woohoo, it took me just a day to start seeing sales coming in. So it's really good.
oh my gosh, that's such a good testimony. Thank you very much. Yeah, oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Hopefully, yeah.
That's why I keep on encouraging anyone that I talk to that it's a working, like it's a proven system that actually works. Like you see results right away if you follow the steps.
Oh, fantastic. That's great news. I'm happy to hear that. So, what would be some advice that you would give apart from that, what you already just said? Um, did you like when you first joined, did you take like a few hours and go through the course in one, or like tell me a bit about your experience so far?
Okay, so when I joined, I went through all the course itself, step by step, went through the whole thing, read it through, did up my links. I took time before I even started posting and inviting like my potential friends to the group and everything. I made sure I read and understand the whole thing. So that's what I would encourage someone to do as well, to not rush into, trying to put it out there, like understand it first, then, you start putting it out there. So that'd be my take for this.
Perfect. And tell me, how many friends do you have on Facebook approximately?
I have less than 300.
Oh, no way. That's amazing. So you've had already success with only 300 people. And they're all probably
Yeah.
like real friends, are they?
Yeah, they're just my personal friends. They're just like mutual acquaintance and all those like people I go through life with there, but I don't have plenty friends on Facebook.
Wow. And so do you plan to expand that, or how are you going to manage your Facebook then with the business?
I actually opened up a new Facebook account.
Mhm.
So now I'm just inviting some of my old friends, and then some of their friends have been seeing, I think, my feed. So they to my account. So it's gradually growing. So
Perfect.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just
Excellent.
leave my private one on the side, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a nice way to do it. And a lot of women have, can I just ask you just to share as well, when you open a new Facebook, do you have to, do you use the method where you have a different account connected to your main account when you log in, or did you log in with a new email address and everything?
I use the one that I can switch back and forth.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
one that Facebook lets you have, it's not, there's nothing dodgy about it. It's they let you have 5 accounts now, don't they? 5 profiles, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. But anyway,
Okay.
we know we can definitely have two. So that's good because it used to be you could only ever have one Facebook profile, you see. It was a
Mhm.
very strict law that they had, which meant, I think they knew that people were that didn't want to do that. They knew people wanted to use Facebook for their business and they didn't want to blur the lines. So that's why they've made it now that it's actually fine for us to have more than one account. So okay. So you chose to do that because you just want to keep your business separate from your private life kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Oh, well, I'm excited for you because um, you know, the beauty of Woohoo is that, like you just said, we had a meeting, another lady I was just chatting to from South Africa, and I said, the problem with a lot of the stuff that we've got available to us, like, working online business and all that sort of stuff, and they teach you how to go out and make videos or whatever you do, right? Posting everything. A lot of it is kind of hung up on the fact that it's hard, it's a chicken and egg situation because without success, you it's hard to get people to want to buy from you because, like, if you just come on and say, hi, I've started a new business, I haven't made any sales, why don't you join this business that I can't make any sales in? Do you know what I mean? So, like, it ain't going to work, right? So because of that, you have to kind of either pretend to be making sales even though you're not, which not many of us like being that person, right? So that's not really an option. The other alternative is piggybacking off, which is what they teach you in network marketing and stuff, that you just piggyback off, your inviter. You say, oh, I haven't made any money, but my inviter's made $1 million, like, wow, okay, fine. Well, let me go and join your inviter then, because she's obviously a lot better than you, you know. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Or you can pretend to be this person that, anyway, long and short of it is it's not a nice way to do it. It just doesn't feel good, it's not. And the other thing too is being able to be yourself if you want to just be yourself is so much easier. It's just so much less hassle and it's just so much
Yeah.
freer, nicer, right?
Yeah.
And people will resonate with you because they think, well, if she can do it, I can do it. But because you haven't, not you personally, Gertrude, but just talking in general, So the
Mm.
reason that Woohoo is made for all of us is because most of the women that join Woohoo that come into that Facebook group, a lot of them, in fact, probably at least half, if not maybe 3/4, would not have a clue who invited them to that group. Okay. They don't know. They just got invited. They don't care who invited them, quite frankly, but they're in the group because they're interested in the topic and they say, I'm ready. We have like another 15 this morning. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Most of those women, when I look at the questions of, if they know who invited them, most of them don't put anything. They don't know, right? Why is this important? Well, because it means that you don't have to pretend to be making a whole lot of money because the group does that for us. That's it basically, right? But the beautiful thing, Gertrude, is that, and I'm not saying that I want you to stop doing Woohoo, because of course I think I love the fact that you're having success quickly, because that means that your people can have success and you don't have to pretend and say to them, I think you're going to have success. I'm not, but you probably could join it anyway, kind of thing. You don't have to do
Mm.
that now. So of course you're going to have you're now going to build more and more and more and more of a successful profile. And maybe then you might want to start selling digital growth community. You might want to sell something else. You might want to, you can do all sorts of stuff, right?
Mhm.
But the beautiful thing about Woohoo is that because we're all nice people, like I really feel like that. I reckon we're just attracting
Mm.
such nice people. Like that's the great thing too. There's no meanie horribles in our group. We don't want to take somebody's money if we don't think it's going to work.
Mhm.
Like a little bit, not to say anything bad about other programs, but I feel bad taking someone's $900 when I think, honestly, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think that's going to work for them because they've got 50 friends. They've never done anything before and they've been excited by something and they pay $900 and they're probably never going to make that money back. I just don't like that feeling. So at least with the Woohoo, I can genuinely hand on heart, and all of us can. We can all say, if you just do the steps and you actually don't pretend to do them, but actually do them, and you genuinely do, and if you think you're doing them and you're not getting results, I would definitely love to have a one-on-one conversation with you. And I want you to take me through your computer. You can share your screen. We can go through step by step and you can show me. And I bet you there's not one person who is actually doing the steps consistently daily who isn't having success, because it's almost impossible. Okay. There's normally one thing they're not doing, or two things they're not doing, or they're not doing it regularly, or they're not, you know, they think the one thing that they're not doing doesn't matter, but it does, because they all go together, all the steps go together. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for coming on and sharing your story, and I'm very excited about all the success that you're going to have in the future too.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
If you want to, it's up to you, Gertrude, but I'm always open to find people who are interested in it. If you want to do an interview one-on-one, like a Zoom one-on-one, we can do another, and you can use it to use for your marketing if you want to.
Thank you. I'd love that.
Okay, perfect. Can you send me a message on WhatsApp just to say, hi, Kirsty, just to remind you that let's do an interview, just so I've got
Sure.
it in my thing, and then I'll send you a link and you can book into a time that suits you and we can do it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I'm just going to read the questions, the comments in the group. Thank you, Pauline, Lucinda. They're saying thank you, Gertrude, for your take on what's happening. Okay, anybody else want to speak? Just checking that nobody else is in the waiting room. Anybody else want to unmute? Got any questions? Any comments? Anybody brand new as of like the last day or two? Anybody else want to talk? Do you want me to show you? Has everybody done the training? Oh, thank you. So it's good to start and grow with Woohoo. Exactly. And like, when I think this is a really crucial point, I really want people to get this because I don't want people to think this is a scheme where you have to join Woohoo and you only get told how to sell Woohoo. And, no, really, this is just such a stepping stone for what you could do online, guys. Woohoo, I love it and I think it's fantastic, but it's my baby, of course. Of course, I think it's fantastic for you all, and I do. And I really think that it's a great way to get started. But the amount of stuff out there that you can learn and what you can build on, grow is so exciting. So, just cut your teeth, get going, get your you know, get a feeling of success because you've got something so simple to do. And the funny thing is, can I just tell you, right? People, we get all a bit excited and we think, right, it's just a basic training and it's not expensive and it's just, getting started, and then we can go off and do all these more sophisticated things. And I know I just said that. You can, as in you can learn how to be a YouTuber. If you want to do YouTube, go and do YouTube because it's a great thing. It's going to be around for a lot longer than all the rest of them. But, you know, I am in a few different mentor programs just with like I do AI. I'm learning all about AI, so I can hopefully I'll put that into some of our more advanced modules, and I'm constantly learning myself and constantly adding to our repertoire and teaching all of you guys. So all of that stuff is you can find the most advanced marketing online in Woohoo, okay, as we go through our programs. But the funniest things are the people that I learn from a lot of stuff, they're just doing exactly the same thing as I'm teaching you guys to do. It doesn't get much more complicated. It really doesn't. The only thing that I suppose they teach, which gets incredible results, is to be a lot more like to do cold messaging, right? Like you would think it'd get more sophisticated. It doesn't get more sophisticated than that. Like literally, they're all just doing cold messaging to on Instagram, finding the right people and messaging. We don't want to have to do that. So even though it might seem like it's a very basic system I'm teaching you, it's not. It's just so much smarter and so much easier and so much less, hassle. Having to message people and cold DM people and get in conversations with people and talk about their business just because you want to start selling your business, all of that stuff, it's not fun. It's really not. So the way that these more advanced, not advanced at all, but just, other people do it is they just have AI doing a lot of it, right? So it's quite cool. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but I just want you to know, just because Woohoo seems simple and seems basic and don't get confused and think, oh, I need to go off and find something more advanced and more complicated and all that, because at the end of the day, it's just the same old thing. It's just that we've just made it so much more pleasant, basically, and a lot simpler. If you just do the steps, and I really boringly bang on about it, but it's true. Facebook will reward you by helping you to grow your business. That's as simple as that, right? Okay, so let me see. Has anyone want to ask anything about that? Just butt in, please. Let's like literally just unmute yourself and butt in.
It's me again.
Yeah, good.
So I was just trying to add on to what you're saying about AI and the automated system that, especially in the scripting part, so it just tells you what to say. Sometimes it doesn't feel real, you know, like it's not relatable. And when I went through the program with Woohoo, I realized that you didn't teach that. Like you just didn't tell us how to talk, how to think. Like it's just everything from you. And that's how it's, I guess it's relatable to most women, like, you know, especially in Papua New Guinea, when we talk about these things, it's very relatable to other women out there.
Oh, that's so
So
good.
yeah,
That's great.
that's
Are you
one thing
saying like
I've
that
got.
the AI is it just doesn't sound like the way that you would speak? Do you mean?
Yes, sometimes it's just not that, you know, authentic. It's not real. And sometimes people can't relate to that, especially in our country. Like if you talk like that, I don't think someone is gonna get you unless you're being yourself, like you're real. You're talking from your point of view, somebody will get you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's, AI can work, not to go off on a tangent about AI, but the way AI works, right, is it's not to be instead of you, it's just to help you, like to make you much more it's just to give you a lot more time. Like, so basically, you can train AI to talk like you. That is the kind of pinnacle, really. What you really want to do is the more you teach your AI, it's like having an assistant and saying to them, it's like getting a new assistant who you say, right, I want you to answer messages for me and not telling them what to write. Whereas if you say to them, I want you to copy my way of speaking. I want you to make sure it sounds like me. You can actually teach your AI to do that. But the thing is, with Woohoo, we've got bucketed, and I did a training yesterday, but basically we're bucketed into a few different camps. Okay, we've got the people that you invite. Now, those people that you invite is the absolute beginning of success for you. So don't skip over that step. That's a very important step because, you've got 5,000 space, I think, or 4,000, isn't it? I forget now how many spots you've got. I think it's 4 or 5,000. I forget how many you're allowed friends, right? On Facebook. They're very valuable spaces because they are your ideal perfect customer. So if you think of it like that, right? So when we do marketing, my day job, as you know, we do advertising for businesses. They want to use Facebook ads and Google. The first thing we do, the absolute first thing we do is say to them, we need to work out who is your ideal customer. Like literally the first thing we do before we do anything else is we say, you've got this wonderful product, but who is your perfect person that you think should buy this? And there might be like, 100 different people that could use that product, but um, if you try and sell this product to 100 different types of people, you won't probably get very far because your messaging is too broad. It's not going to resonate with anybody. So the more clear you can understand who your perfect person is that you want to talk to, the better. Now, not to get again too in depth with this, but just so you know, my training that I did for you, which shows you how to find secret groups, is really, really very, very, very important for you to to do, okay? Because a lot of women will come and say to me, I don't know what's happening. None of my friends are interested, right? Well, let me tell you, those friends, if they're just friends of, you know, either, like you said, Gertrude, just your real friends, like hardly any of my real friends in my real life are interested in woohoo. And I wouldn't even tell them about it, right? I wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't want to blur the line. I don't want to talk to them about it for starters. But secondly, they're just not interested, right? They're not the right person. So finding the right people to invite to the group in the first place is the big, 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 big key to having success. So don't gloss over that and just invite and friend a whole lot of people, a whole lot of people, a whole lot of people. Be really structured, or at least be quite careful at the beginning, because you're going to get friends of friends of friends of friends of friends. That's how Facebook works. Okay. So it will suggest people to you, and you're going to get, it's like the thing what is it? 6 degrees of separation or whatever it is, right? Everyone's connected to everybody. So, but you've only got 5,000 spots. So if you double a penny, you get 2, then you get 4, then you get 8, then you get 16, whatever. It's not many steps and you're at 1,000,000, right? So you don't have many spots. 5,000 is not many. So if you start off with 5 really bad or 10 really bad choices of people who would never be interested in woohoo, that will kind of permeate through the whole friends that you get, which means that you're going to have a whole lot of friends who are not really that interested. If you start with 10 or 20 really, really great, perfect people who maybe they don't all buy, but they should all buy, because they've shown that they're interested in what we do, because they want to make money from home. They're in groups already that show that they're active group people, okay? Because there's a lot of people on Facebook who don't join groups, guys. So, if you find someone who's in a group already, who is in a group that is related to making money from home in some way, okay? It might not be exactly like I showed a lady today. You could find a group. She found a group where she lives, okay? She's just moved to this place. And there's a group called, you know, such and such, whatever the town was, bargain hunters. Now, I said to her, this isn't a perfect group because it's not specifically saying work from home or money from home. If you've got a group that's like that, but there's not too many of your friends in that group yet, this is a key too, right? In my training, I'll show you. If you just join a group that's got 30 of your friends in it already, you're wasting your time again, because you're competing now against 30 other people who are also in that group making friends. They're also inviting them to woohoo. By the time you get round to inviting them, they've probably already been invited. So don't bother to fish in each other's pond. Does that make sense? Don't
Yes.
keep on friending the same people as everybody else, because it's just a waste. Well, it's not a waste of time, but it is a bit of a waste of time, really. You may as well go and find fresh ponds, that haven't been fished before. And then not just a fresh pond that is full of tadpoles, but a fresh pond that's full of really perfect fish that are just starving, ready for you, right? So this is how the training will show you what to do, finding the right people. And it doesn't take long to build up your 5,000. Okay. So Rose is asking me in a question. Hi, Kirsty, please explain. I tried to inviting on the Woohoo. Invite still on blue. I'm not sure my information went through. Kelly explained this to me recently, and it makes sense to me. I mean, we don't have 100% clarity on this because Facebook doesn't tell us and nobody else seems to know either. But either it's because somebody else has invited that person, but I think Kelly thinks it's because admin has to accept the invitation. So like, for instance, if I was to look right now, there might be 1,000 invitations in the Facebook group that are pending admin approval. Admin has to go in and say accept. So I have to accept your invitations to go out. So you send the invitation, your invitation gets sent, but it goes via admin first. And admin has to say, yep, that person looks good. They're not a man, first of all. So if their gender is showing male, they get discarded. A couple of other things, but basically if they haven't got a profile photo, they'll get discarded, a few things like that. So we have to accept them. Once we accept them, the invitation goes out. So that could be why, Rose. If you think, no, because this was like a week ago, so it can't be that, then your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Facebook has its anomalies and I don't really know, but it could be a few things. So yeah, just but the truth is, right, if you're consistently, and remember, everybody remember, don't go crazy off finding groups. Please do me a favor and go through the training before you go, because I don't want you getting blocked by Facebook because you think Kirsty told me to go and find a group and with no friends and just start friend requesting all these people that you're going to get blocked in 2 seconds flat, right? So don't do that. There are specific things you must follow. Like, for instance, make sure that you choose. Let me quickly show you. Can you see my screen at the moment? I should be showing Facebook right now. Can you see Facebook? Okay, cool. So, oh, sorry, I'm trying to get rid of that. Right. So if you go into a group, let's just go. I'm just going to put something I know that you guys won't have a clue what it is. It's in Australia, right? So say I put in here DY. This is where I used to live in Australia, near here. I mean, actually what I'll do, Northern Beaches job board. I mean, these aren't too bad, these ones, right? Okay, so all these people in here are looking for jobs. It's probably not the perfect group because they're looking for a job, but it still technically could be okay, right? However, let's do another one. Let's do Northern Beaches work from home. Okay. Now, see how this group here has got 161 friends of mine in there? I'm not going to bother to join that group, guys, because what's the point? I just couldn't be bothered, right? So I will go down. This is a little bit mucked up because I live in the UK, so it's bringing up UK, like the algorithms being a bit stupid, because this is actually Australia. Let me just do London work from home because that's going to be better. Okay, and then go to groups. So work from home London, right? Well, there's 710 members, possibly not that, it's not really big enough, but it's still okay. I tend to try and do private groups just because private groups has a lot less spam. Not always, but it kind of tends to be. Now look at this one. Work from home, MLM and network marketing in the UK, 14,000 members, not a single friend of mine is in there. Yeah. Whereas this one, 36 of my friends are in there. So the only slight issue with this one is that I might not have anyone that's got any friends in common, which is the next step I'm going to show you. But let's have a look. I'm going to say, yes, I am London. Agree to the group rules. Sometimes it's instant, sometimes it's not. I think they have to let me in, but anyway. Okay, so let's just quickly go into, let's just go into a public group so I can show you this, right? So, again, see, like I've got 52 friends in all of these. My training that I did on finding secret groups is going to be really useful for you, because you're going to find some really good, better opportunities of groups than what I'm showing you here. But I'm just trying to find a public group that doesn't have many of my, okay, let's just say this one, right? It's only got 13 people in here. So I'm just going to show you this because I want to show you the members, right? So see how it's got members at the top, but do you see how it's got, the first thing is members with things in common? This is who you want to start friend requesting. You don't want to go off a whole lot of people who don't have things in common. Now, this particular lady has got 38 friends in common with me. As it happens, I know that most of those people aren't in the Woohoo group. So I could, technically, I could friend her, but I'm not going to right now. I know that Lorraine is in Woohoo. So again, but the point of this is, see how she's got 6 mutual friends, 18 mutual friends, even one's not really enough, to be honest. I like to do minimum, and only women, of course, minimum of 5 mutual friends. Yeah, this one doesn't let you friend request her anyway. 20 mutual friends. I probably would add her. Now, Facebook is not going to block me for sending her a friend request, because they think, wow, she's got 20 mutual friends. She must know her. 20 mutual friends is a lot, right? Whereas if I did it now and I did this one, it probably would come up with an error saying you don't know this person. This one. So let me just see. She follows my public post. I don't know who that is. Fathom, don't know. 1 mutual friend, 4 mutual friends. I could do her. I think 4 would be okay. Okay, so you need to be a little bit careful. And once you friend request those few people, and they accept you, I may as well do this one. That's 38 mutual friends. I don't know who that is, but I'll just do her as well. 18 mutual friends. I do know that she is, no, I'm not going to do her. Anyway, okay, so now that is how you find people who are, what I was thinking of doing was, now don't all go, and I actually joined this group myself just so I could have a look for you guys. You've got plenty of Papua New Guinea groups, okay? But if you all join the same groups, like I just explained to you, after a while, you're all going to just be pitching to the same people. So try and find new groups to go to, right? Now, I'm not going to have any, well, hardly any, but I do, because look, Moana, I know Jen, you're on the call. There's no point me friending this person, okay? I know Jen is friends with her and she would have invited her to the group. Like, go and find new groups. The other tip you can use is you could use cities as well. So like every city has got its own buy, sell, swap and things like that. Let's just say I'm going to do Blackheath, which is where I live. I'll just put this and see what comes up. Okay, so there's a buy, sell and swap group. They're not too bad, but they're still not money completely about make money from home. So it's just coming up with UK. I'm going to do online. Let's just see what comes up with this. Okay. buy and sell community group. I think that could be potentially okay. Again, you just want to be careful that you're choosing people who are in the group for a reason. That is because they're open to looking at online businesses, right? Let me do work from home. Okay. Now, again, there doesn't seem to be a particularly one that says, but this one hasn't got any of my friends in it. So this one is definitely a good one for me to join. Okay. 100%. Did I already say this? London, Blackheath. Agree. You got to agree to these things or they don't let you in. I might just put looking. Okay. So there we go. Right. So I've joined that now. So that's good. What else? This only brings up public groups. There's no thing for only private. That would be good. But this one here, again, 16,000 members, private. Nobody, none of my friends are in that group. Perfect, right? Are you aware that MLM companies are self-employed, not guaranteed? I understand. Do you live in the UK? Yes. London, none. I agree to the rules. Yeah, submit. Okay, good. Now, once you've joined some groups without millions of your friends in it that look like they're the right types of groups, because look, work from home, the person that's in that group is obviously interested in work from home. Pretty easy to spot that one a mile away, yeah? We've found this one, work from home, private, again, 10 posts a day, 10 thing. Sorry, I'll just do one more. Where do you live? London. Agree. Submit. Okay, good. Now, once you've done that, then you can go into your groups button and you've got the feed of the groups, but what you're going to do is click on your groups. And now you see I've got all the list of all my groups. So in the morning, you can just go, okay, let me go and make some new friends today. I'm going to do this group. And it's good if you, like you can, I think I've shown you, but you can copy and paste this into a document. And then you can just have, you know, a box next to it, making it an X making so that you've done that one today. Tomorrow you could do this one, or you could do this all week until you run out of people and then do this one the next day, this one the next day, this one the next day, and keep going round. Yeah. And then you've got all the groups you've joined. You can go back through and you can start to make friends. You're never, ever, ever going to run out of the perfect customer if you do it this way. Every single thing then moves from there. Everything after that. So once you've got the friends, they are your cold leads. You don't have to worry about them anymore. Once you've sent them a friend request, forget about them. Because then the next time you worry about them is when they become your friend and they accept your friend request. So you don't have to worry about who your friend requested. They're cold people, cold, 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 but they're the right people in the first place. This is the crucial part. Okay, so hopefully that makes total sense. Anyone got any questions on that? Anybody got any comments? Has anyone done the training and have they joined any special, like found some good secret groups that not many people are in, your friends are in? Gertrude has. Oh, that's good. Sorry, unable to unmute. I'm on a work call tonight. Oh, that's okay. Okay, ladies, one little thing I just want to keep it, just mention as a process is if somebody comments, I'm ready in the group, okay, do not message that lady and say, hi, you know, I saw you're ready. I'm your friend and I would like to send you my link. Please sign up. Because if we find out you did that, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to be out of the group because that is not what we do here. So the way the group works, as we all know, is that you invite your people to the group. As a catch-all for you guys is that if you're chatting to a lady, chat for ages and you're having a great, you know, or she's a friend of yours or whatever, right? Or she messages you and she says, hey, Rose, what's this thing you're doing? And you invite her to the group, tell her, make sure that when they ask you to answer the questions, you put my name down. Because what happens is when the lady comes into the group and she says, I'm ready, we look to see who invited her through the invite button. But before we choose that lady, we look to see if she's answered the questions. If she answered the questions and she said, Rose Yarbo invited me, but even though Facebook invite button says Gertrude, yep, invited her, Rose gets the sale. This is the one caveat to the invite button. Rose is going to be given the sale because she was the person that the lady mentioned invited her. And this is because Rose has obviously impacted this woman enough that she bothered to write Rose's name down on the questions. So she gets the sale. That's it, right? So we are very careful with this. And the other thing too is if somebody comes into the group and we don't know who invited her, because that happens sometimes, believe me, admin doesn't just say, oh, good. Oh, let's just have her. We'll get her to sign up to us. No, we try and be like detectives. We're like Sherlock Holmes. We go through, like, we click on the profile. We look at who the friends are. If they've got any mutual friends, is that someone who's already in the group? We try and be as fair as we possibly can so that the right person gets the sale, because we have success if you all have success. You know, it's not about us trying to make sales off the back of all your hard work. No, no, no. It's not at all. If anything, we try. I actually gave a sale away to someone yesterday because I'm like, well, you know what? She's trying really hard. I'm going to give her that because nobody owns this woman. Anyway, long and short of it is, we are trying our darndest to make sure that you all have the success where it's warranted. Okay. But if you go and you message a woman and say, hey, I saw you're ready, I'm your friend, I think it was me who invited you, or it was me, and you didn't even check to see, and you didn't see your name on the spreadsheet, and you just assume because she's your friend that it must have been you, and we find out, you will be exited from the group. So I'm not going to go on about it anymore. My son tells me I say things like the same thing about 17 times over again. So just, I think you get it. Yeah. So if you have got someone who said, I'm ready, and you're really impatient because you don't want to wait for me to say, like, put the thing there and you're like, oh my God, I think I've got a sale. You know, you're welcome to message me or to message Kelly, and hopefully one of us is online and we can check for you. Okay. But preferably just wait for us to tag the right relevant person. But if you're really, really, really sure it's you, ask and we will have a look for you and tell you if it's you or not. Okay. So, okay. I hope that is helpful. I've got to go because I have got another call. Well, actually, yeah, I've got another call got now back to back this afternoon. So hopefully that was helpful and useful for all of you. If anyone wants to ask anything, don't forget we always have the live call on a Monday, which is exactly the same time as this call was, but every Monday. And it is open to anyone to come and ask any question and to get any help you want live. So please do come and please do invite your friends that have just joined. Make sure you remind them to come along. It will save you from having to do a lot of help, you know, heavy lifting, because we really, you know, the course should give them as much information as they really need. But if not, they still have the Monday call that they can come along and get some real live help. Okay. And I will give this, I'll send the recording out to the list of everybody that's on the list from PNG. And yeah. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everybody. And I appreciate you all came on live as well. And have a beautiful rest of the evening and keep going. Do not quit. And don't forget to wait for your special surprise after 30 days. All right. See you later, guys.